In less than 10 years, the United States have halved their oil dependency and have again become independent in terms of gas. This dramatic change on the energy planet is called the shale revolution. It has drastically impacted the oil and gas markets with major economic, geopolitical, and even environmental consequences. This presentation summarized these major changes. It was delivered at the European Association of Geologists and Engineers annual conference held in Paris in June 2017. To better understand the origin of this revolution, let's start with a short history feedback. Here is a time scale of the last 30 years of the 20th century, with a certain number of events, all related to oil and gas, from the first oil crisis in 1973 to the Second Gulf War in 2003. Parallel, there are two other critical events also related to oil and gas, but rather unknown. The first one is the American production peak oil of 1970 at 11.3 million barrels of oil per day. The second occurred in 2006 when the United States imported nearly 14 million barrels of oil per day. Consequently, between 1970 and 2006, the oil dependency of United States has increased from less than 25% to nearly 70%. In terms of gas, the US were independent until the beginning of the 90s. Then, the gas dependency has started to increase, reaching a plateau of 15% in 2005. 68% of oil dependency and 15% of gas dependency, this was the worrying situation of US in 2006. Let's push our analysis to the recent years, that is from 2006 to 2015. We recover here the 2006 oil dependency peak at 68% and the gas dependency plateau at 15%. But after 2006, the panorama has completely changed, with a dramatic decrease of both oil and gas dependencies. In 2015, the oil dependency has dropped at 35% and the gas dependency at less than 2%. The numbers are impressive. The liquid production, that is crude oil plus liquid petroleum gas, has stopped at 12.7 million barrels of oil per day, more than the 1970 peak oil, whereas the gas production has reached an historic maximum at 75 billion of cubic feet per day. Among these dramatic production, shale oil represents 51% and shale gas 57%. Shale production comes from 6 main champions. For shale oil, historic Bakken in North Dakota, Eagle Ford in South Texas, and more recently Permian at the border between Texas and New Mexico. For shale gas, the well-known Barnett in North Texas, the Haynesville, West Texas and Louisiana, and the huge Marcellus, more than 250,000 square kilometers in the Northwest. Marcellus production comes mainly from Ohio and Pennsylvania, but has not been developed in the New York State, where hydraulic fracturing is banned. The global production ramp-up are impressive. For shale gas, Marcellus has become the main contributor with 17 billion cubic feet per day, whereas for shale oil, the ramp-up of the Permian has allowed to nearly offset the slow 2016 decline following the collapse of oil price and the subsequent reduction in development activities. Let's look now at the main consequences of this revolution in the United States, of course, but also more globally on world oil and gas markets. What geopolitical impacts must be expected in the middle and longer term? In the US, the shale revolution had three major consequences. The first one is, of course, the collapse of prices due to these unexpected influxes in gas first, then in oil. Gas prices collapsed after the subprime crisis in 2009 and reached a minimum at less than $2 per million BTU in April 2012. As shale oil was put on stream later, oil prices collapsed with a delay of 6 years with respect to shale gas. Oil prices start to drop in 2014 to reach a minimum of $26 in January 2016. This double pain for oil and gas producers was an opportunity for the industries very gluty in energy, like cement, glass, steel, and petrochemicals. Thanks to a cheaper energy, American industry has created 1.75 million jobs. Finally, the very cheap gas allowed a significant displacement of electricity generation from coal to gas, with a very positive effect on greenhouse gas emission. Greenhouse gas emissions were reduced by 15% following this strong displacement and this strong reduction in coal consumption. The impact of the shale oil revolution is also determinant on future oil and gas markets. By contrast to the US, who has halved its oil dependency, China has seen its oil dependency strongly increased over the last 20 years, passing from 0 in the early 90s to 60% in 2050. Consequently, the world oil map is drastically changing. In 2000, US imported 75% of the crude oil produced in Middle East, whereas India and China only represented 15%. In 2035, the situation will be completely reversed. China and India will import 75% of the oil produced in the Middle East, whereas the US will only import 15%. Gas markets have also been dramatically impacted. At the beginning of the 21st century, because of its gas production decline, United States were supposed to become a major gas importer. In reality, the current situation is completely reversed. Thanks to shale gas, the US will be in the future a major exporter of liquefied natural gas. The LNG market represents today 250 million tons per year. It should double over the next 15 years. With 12 billion cubic feet per day of extra gas, US could represent in 2030 20% of this global LNG market. This LNG could be exported either to Europe or to Asia, insofar as the Canal of Panama is now opened to large LNG carriers. So, a major political game is emerging. Will American LNG represent a potential threat for Russian gas market? Let's analyze separately Europe and Asia. In Europe, gas prices are indexed on oil prices via large gas contracts. Russia, which is the main gas provider, delivers gas throughout three main routes: the historical Brotherhood pipeline through Ukraine and Slovakia, the Yamal pipeline through Bielorussia and Poland, and finally the recent Nord Stream pipeline, which connects the region of St. Petersburg to the north of Germany. The cost of American LNG, including gas price, OPEX and CAPEX, is in the range of $8 per million BTU. This is more than the current price of the Russian gas, which for a barrel at $50 is less than $6 per million BTU. The American LNG could, however, be competitive if we remove the CAPEX, considering that existing LNG plants have been already paid. But even in that case, Russia can escape from long-term contracts and apply discounts in a gas-to-gas market, insofar as Russian gas remains economic at $3 per million BTU. Benefiting from cheap production conditions and existing infrastructure, Russian gas should remain in the future more competitive than the American LNG. There is therefore only small chance that the war between American LNG and Russian gas will occur in Europe. Asia only represents today a few percent of the Russian gas market, whereas Europe represents 75%. The reason is simple. There is no available pipe to bring Russian gas from Western Siberia to Far East gas markets. Consequently, two pipes are planned. The Altai pipeline for a west entry, which is currently under construction after a contract of $400 billion has been signed between Russian and Chinese authorities in 2014, and the fourth of Siberia pipe to bring to East China gas from two fields discovered in the 70s but never developed, Chayanda and Kovitka. Including the huge cost of this pipe, on the Asian side, the Russian gas and the American LNG will be close, that is between $9 and $10 per million BTU. Consequently, the game should occur much more on the Asian side than on the European side. Finally, could European shale gas be an important actor in these very disturbed gas markets? European gas dependency was in 2015 in the range of 70%. Given the decline of the domestic European production coming essentially from North Sea and Holland, without additional production, this dependency should reach 95%. This additional production could come from shale European resources located in Poland, in France, and in a lesser extent in Romania, Denmark, UK, and Holland. Number of social blockage prevent today to extensively drill shale wells in Europe. However, even in the case of a political will, European shale gas could not be produced at less than $12 per million BTU. European shale gas has therefore no chance to compete with Russian gas and American LNG. The shale revolution is a real change of paradigm for the energy world. It has profoundly disturbed oil and gas markets and should have in the medium term major geopolitical consequences. In particular, China and India will become the main customers of the Middle East, whereas United States could lose part of their influence. The competition between
Russian pipe gas and American LNG should occur in Asia. It's pretty sure that over the next 10 years, shale oil will replace OPEC as a new oil swing, stocking oil prices between $40 and $50. Thank you very much for your attention.